and welcome to our broadcast that we like to call The Profitable Interior Designer. Lesley and I, my associate coach and rock star, we do this every Thursday to give you a topic that hopefully helps grow your business to the next level. So, hello, Lesley.
Good morning, Nancy. How are you?
I'm good, actually. How are you?
Good, I like good, actually.
You know what? Some mornings are not that good. But
that's true. I like the honesty. I am also good, actually. All things considered.
well, the holidays are coming and there's lots of things running around all of our brains of things we have to do. So this morning I'm just good, actually. Oops, and Lesley's gone. All right, this has been happening occasionally to our lives, but she will be back. So let's talk about, well, get us started. I just did a recent podcast on a well-designed business podcast, which is Luann Nigara's podcast. And I talked exactly about this subject, and she's back. I said she disappeared. Did you hear me the whole time?
I'll see you. Something's going a little funky with the tech today.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put your name back up there. Okay. So I was saying how I just did a podcast on the Well-Designed Business Podcast, which is Luann Nigara's podcast. And the top podcast, I'd say, in the interior design industry. And we talked all about what we can learn from Taylor Swift's marketing. And what was really funny to me and completely transparent is before we went live on the podcast, I told her that I was going to be asking her the question, what would you imagine if you imagined Taylor Swift's bedroom? And she's like, gee, I don't really know Taylor Swift that well. However, her marketing has infiltrated her brain enough that she could figure out what would a bedroom look like if you were redesigning, right? So what would you say? Because you know Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we're close personal friends. No, I will say I resisted the Taylor Swift for a long time because everyone talked about her and blah, blah. And then she has that Netflix documentary, Miss Americana, and it was amazing.
It was amazing.
And so after seeing and more about her, I feel like it would be a little funky, quirky. I think it would have some fun touches. I think there would be a femininity to it, a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a rebellious nature. I think some color. I mean, I think she's cool. She got the cool factor. I think even just yesterday, she was named Times Person of the Year. Did you hear about that?
Oh, I didn't even know that. Ooh,
yes, I think that just came out yesterday. So we are bang on talking about Miss Swift because she is killing and she's communicating who she is always. And your question to Luann about the bedroom was so fascinating because even though she didn't know her well, she was able to pull kind of a visual idea of what it could look like. And that's just from the peripheral marketing she's heard about Taylor Swift. She hasn't watched the documentary or listened to the albums like I have.
And gone to the movie. I took my 28-year-old daughter, 27 at the time, to the movie because I took her to her first Taylor Swift concert when she was, I don't even know what age. I can't remember, 13, 14, 15. And is one of my favorite concerts. She's an amazing entertainer. And when I think of a room, I think sequins in one corner, like somewhere there'd be sequin accents, pink, feathers, and then a private spot for her to do her songwriting and the proper, maybe a floor mat if she likes to be on the floor. Like, you just know this woman designing a room, you have to cover all the different aspects of her personality, which how do we know all the different aspects of her personality? Because she puts it out there, right? So I don't have this written down in any kind of order, but tip number one, make yourself memorable. And it's something that you do really well. You put on a sequin jacket, you put on a certain hat, you've got these amazing tattoos that people want to know about. You made yourself memorable in your look. That's one of the things that Taylor Swift does.
Yeah.
So that's one tip if you want to use it. Now, not every tip is for everyone. Some people don't want to draw attention to themselves in that way, but I will tell you, making your style memorable. Like, I don't have a memorable style. I have a memorable color, blue, right? My blue branding color, but I don't really have a memorable style, I'd say, but you do. And as a designer, I think it's really important to have that style so that people understand or start to understand your brand.
Yes. I mean, this is an aesthetic industry. Clients are hiring you for your taste, for your ability to be not stylish yourself, but I do think there's a tie in it. It doesn't mean you have to be, wearing the latest crazy trendy things, whatever that look like, but just who are you and how do you communicate that with your appearance? I know a designer here in the Atlanta area, she always wears that. That's her thing. She's the designer in the hat. I know some people, who've got, maybe it's bold colored hair, maybe they always only wear dresses. I mean, you don't have to have a shtick. It shouldn't feel cheesy or forced or put on.
Right.
But what do you like and what are you identified with? Like, what is a common theme in your wardrobe, in your appearance? It could be a lipstick color. It could be, for you, Nancy, I know you say you don't have it. I don't believe you. That blue, bold glasses. I always love, like, you in the bold glasses, always.
Wait, hold on. I have about 16 pairs of glasses. I should just switch them up every day.
Whenever I see photos of you online without glasses, it makes me mildly uncomfortable. I'm like, where are her glasses? They look so good. And they're so much part of, I think of them as part of your brand. So I want people to remember that too. You might have something that you don't even realize is a thing for yourself. Ask your partner, your spouse, a friend, your mom. Someone might say, oh yeah, I always think when I think of X, I think of you. And see if you can work that in somehow. And it really helps when you've got like a half-shaved head and piercings and tattoos and you wear sequin jackets to High Point Market, people remember you. And that's an incredibly helpful tool. It just makes it so much easier for people to think of you, to refer you, to talk about you to others, potential clients, friends, whatever that might be.
Yeah, and in your branding photos. So when you're seen for the first time by the client at their home and you dress the way you dress, right? So dress the way you dress, but pump it up a notch to make something your personal style and memorable. And now I know that my glasses are part of my personal branding and my blue. And it was a great tip. Ask somebody close to you. If you would describe my style, what would you say it is? And then does that match what you're looking to be and present in your professional life? Okay.
Yes.
And since your personal life overlaps with your business life, especially as an entrepreneur and a local business owner and a designer, it's very important to try to keep that branding consistent, like Taylor Swift has. Okay, number 2, sharing her personal life gets a little sketchy sometimes. She does a lot of sharing. I wouldn't want to be the person to date her.
Yeah, but that's why people love her, because they feel like they know her.
So how do we apply that? And I want everyone to think, well, I'm not going to share everything in my personal life. Guess what? Neither do I. However, you share enough of the personal life where people may feel like they can relate to you and they want to work with somebody who has your life experience or your current life. Meaning, if you're in a stage of life where you have young kids and you want to post about your young kids, you can post about your kids. You don't have to put pictures of their faces. You can put it of their backs. You can put it where you are without them even in it. But talking about it will make young mothers, if you're a young mother, relate to you. They'll go, oh my God, I want that woman working in my house on my interior design project because she gets it. She has young kids too. If that's your ideal market, right? So start to think, share my life. I always share a lot about my kids and their journeys growing up because it makes people come to me and go, you know what? I know Nancy's going to relate to my story because I also have the similar personal life that she has. So what do? I'll share my personal life in my Instagram stories.
Yes.
And that's the place I share my personal stuff so that people who are watching my stories who want to get to know me, they'll go, oh, she was, she likes to hike and, she's engaged and like different things that people relate to. And when I tell you, when we got up on stage at High Point and we talked about our program, the Profit Insider Academy, but also our lives, I can't tell you how many people came up to me after and said, you know what, I also have a gay son or I have a transgender son, or can we talk about that and it's how it has been for them. And it matters because people want to work with people they know can relate to their story, right?
Yes. They hire you first and your work and your skill set second.
Absolutely. So they are buying you first as a person. So please, like Taylor Swift, share some pieces of your personal life that you think people can relate to. In her case, when I tell you my daughter had tears in almost every song because every song represented a stage of her life, right? And the little girls in the front wearing the sequins dancing at the movies, by the way, her style, Taylor Swift's style, infiltrated down to this young generation who didn't even know her. prior, and the mothers were all into it as well. So think about how she has done every generation. How is that? Because she makes the kids happy, makes the parents happy. When the parents are happy, the kids are happy, and then it just spreads. So share your life, at least in your Instagram stories, a little bit about it. And in your emails and your blogs, tell a little bit about your journey as a personal person, as well as your business journey, because people want to work with people they relate to.
Yeah. And if you've got, interests, I feel like we're always afraid to share things, or it seems like not enough, or it's just mundane. I love when people I follow share books they're reading, podcasts they're listening to, new restaurants they're going to. I mean, music they like. There was someone recently, I don't remember who it is anyway, but they posted something and it was a really critical take on something I love. And it literally made me unfollow them. It's like, not that they were doing anything wrong, but I was like, this clearly isn't a person that gets me or is going to get me. And I was like, okay, we're not into the same things. We don't connect. That's okay. And I think it can, you're scared to do this because it can repel people. And yes, if you post something that maybe someone's like, oh, she likes that, I hate that. Okay, maybe they're not fit for you, but you're going to attract the people who were like, oh my gosh, I love that too. I didn't know you were into that. And you start conversations and build connections over those things.
So I'm going to tell you a story related to that. So one time I posted something political. So that is a risky thing to do as a business owner. And later, probably 6 months later, I was in a conversation with someone and they said, well, I'm not sure I can hire someone with your personal political views. And I thought, really? And I said it to her. I said, really? I said, because I don't care what your political views are. I just care about making you more money if you hire me. Like, that's my job, is to make you more money, make you more profitable, teach you the lessons you need to run a profitable business. I don't care about that. But it was good because polarizing your audience once in a while will eliminate the people who don't really want to work with you for the right reasons. There are people who will create problems that don't exist in that equation. So it flushes out the people who can learn from you and allow you to do the job you're meant to do, right? So if you unfollowed somebody, you're never going to hire them. And that's okay. Unfollow them because they only should want people on their list that are benefiting from their content, benefiting from being connected with them. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. Absolutely.
So I watched the Taylor Swift Netflix as well, and I thought amazing. And then right after I watched the Lady Gaga, and I was like, Netflix, and I went, what a difference between these incredibly amazing creative talents. But there's also a lot of overlap that people can learn from both of them when it comes to marketing. So tip number 3 is analyze what's working for you. But if you can find a free way to share further, throw your net wider, that doesn't cause you any additional work, why not do it, right? So like we advise our profit insiders, if you're posting in one area, if it's an appropriate post, post it everywhere. It doesn't always have to be different, especially when you first start getting consistency. Like Taylor Swift, she splashes her brand almost on every social media platform, everywhere. This woman is everywhere. So once you get one social media down pat and you're doing it well, add another. That doesn't cause you a tremendous amount of work.
Yes.
Right? And that's part of what we teach. So throwing your net wide is one of the things that I think Taylor Swift teaches us very clearly. Right?
Yes. And she does it all very professionally. I mean, there's personal connection, but she's not putting anything out there that isn't like top-notch professional. I mean, she is an expert and it shows. Even more casual content, there is no doubt that she is a professional. She is committed to what she does and how she does it. And it's very subtle. That comes across in everything she shares and does publicly.
Yes. She has also a very giving heart. And that comes across, right? So that's tip number 4. Have a giving heart. Don't be so like, I can't. Now, we teach boundaries and not to let the client snowball you. So boundaries are important, but you can be kind and not be a doormat and be too nice, right? So have your boundaries, but have a generous spirit. And the last tip that comes to mind is collaboration. to get to where she is, she had to have an awful lot of collaboration, a lot of not worrying about competition, conversations, joint songs, right? Joint conversations. That is how you grow. Get with somebody, grow together who has your same target audience. That is something designers can do in their local area as well as on the internet. But it's having the guts to take the risk to do those things. So the last thing I'll tell you is, and it's not a tip, it is an observation. This girl's got balls and she's brave, right?
She is.
She's brave. And isn't it amazing to be brave and to go through the tough times to get to the other side where most people don't have the guts to get to? Okay. And that's what I think we teach in the Profit Insider Academy. It's not just, here's a spreadsheet to help you this is a script. It's all of that too. Here's a script to say to your client to get them to get your paid consult. Here's your service models. Here's how you can price them. Here's how you can make sure you're profitable every single time. But at the same time, are you doing it authentically to you, to your business, right? And giving exemplary service to your following, to your clients, right? So we have to tie that all together and making sure you're brave and walk through the fear of each step where you're doing something different. That's what we're here to support you on doing.
Yep. And bravery in the Nancy framework is confidence. That's what you teach everybody, is confidence. Confidence gives you the courage to be brave, to do the hard things, to take the right next step, to put yourself there, to share more, to reach out to other designers, to partner and get over the fear of competition. So Taylor's brave, Profit Insiders are confident, and we're all going out in the world creating and sharing amazing work.
Yes, it takes guts and bravery to do a lot of what people do as entrepreneurs, to jump into an unknown and give it a try, pay money to hope to have an outcome that you expect and try to get to. It takes confidence, bravery, and a little bit of leap of faith. Leap of faith, right? When someone hires an interior designer to be in their home and trust them with a new design of a whole house or multiple rooms or even one room, that takes guts for a client to give you money to do what you're being asked to do. They're trusting you, okay?
They're taking a risk. They're being brave.
They're being brave. So you be brave too and get your business to where you're profitable. It works for your work-life balance, your life, not anybody else's. And I just got off of a call with someone who came into our program, the Profit Insider Academy. The next group starts January 3rd. We're taking applications now. And her journey is going to be completely different from the other people in the group. Every single person's journey is different. And that's what we're here to make sure we're the business partners with them. This works for you, but doesn't work for you. It's not a cookie cutter program. It's a coaching program. And I really can't stress that enough. We hold your hand and we're available right to these little babies on a daily basis to answer your questions, help you make decisions, and have you make good choices. I feel like good choices seems to be a struggle for a lot of people because they've been in patterns in the past, right? So,
yep. Or they know the right choice to make, but they need the confidence. They need that bravery. They need someone supporting them behind them to know that hard thing, to have that hard conversation, to get to the level they want to be at.
Yeah, I have people go, should I spend money on this? Should I go for NCDIQ? Should I go join ASID? Should I join IDS? Should I this? Should I that? And every person's answer is different because I look at their business, where they are in their journey, who they're attracting, and is this going to benefit them and how? And we make those decisions together. So you have a sounding board, and you're doing the same thing every day for other Profit Insiders who just lean on you maybe more than they lean on me. And that's why we have two of us.
Exactly. We're here for you.
Okay, so master your marketing with our tips from the Taylor Swift Playbook. Go back and listen from the beginning if you just tuned in, because we gave, I think, about 5 or 6 tips that you can apply to your interior design business also. And if you're interested in getting your business to the next level, whatever the next level is for you, fill out an application for the Profit Insider Academy. We're starting January 3rd, our next group. We have 3 groups going right now. 1 group's ending soon, so another group is starting. And we'd love to help you in 2024. And if you're interested, your life will change completely in a year if you come into the Profit Insider Academy. You'll have a better work-life balance. You'll make more money. You'll attract your ideal clients. We'll tell you how to do it. You do the work. And I can't believe the testimonials we're getting on this program. I'm very proud.
It's amazing.
Yeah, very proud. So, all right, everyone, go have a great Thursday. We will see you next week on our Profitable Interior Designer broadcast here on Thursdays. And that's it. Did I miss anything, Lesley?
No, I was think of like some clever Taylor Swift song to like the name of to end on, and all I have is "Shake It Off," which is.
I was just gonna say. All right, so we started out by saying we're okay today. We're good today. So we're going to go shake it off and go have a great day. How's that?
Sounds good. Bye, everyone.